marketing isn't just about selling anymore. It's about driving impressions. It's about staying top of mind. When you look at the 95-5 rule, where it's like only 5% of your audience is in the market to buy. So what do you do with the rest of the 95%? Well, Klaviyo has been focusing for so many years on you should only send to the 5%, engage 30, right?
Yeah.
But no, that's not what you should do. You should try and send to as many people as you can while still protecting deliverability and whatever, all those important metrics.
Because it looks so easy, people mistake that marketing is going to be really easy as well. Like, what is going to be our upside? How do we sell our upside? Like, how do we, as agencies, what is our added value? And will this not lower our experience in a way? Right, welcome back to yet another episode, and we are at, I think, the most epic place where we can actually be for this. So
100%.
Tell us, where are we at?
Currently on stage at K Boston 2025. Omar and I recording a brand new episode of Klaviyo Geeks, and I feel like it's coming from K London now to K Boston. It's like we're hitting too many milestones too fast.
Yes.
Do you know what I mean? It's crazy. So super pumped to have you guys here. Thank you for tuning in for yet another episode. Today, it's going to be a bit of a special one, probably, hopefully a little shorter. We always promise it's going to be shorter, and it never is. We end up talking for like 50 minutes, but we're going to talk about what's been happening at K Boston. We're going to debrief some of the things that AB on stage has talked about in his keynote, future of Klaviyo, some of the features released. So Omar.
Wait, before you go, for those who don't know, AB is actually one of the co-founders of Klaviyo, so...
So I think let's do a little, let's follow our format. What's been going on with you since our last episode? And man, it's been a while. I mean, for you guys, maybe we've kept a little consistent by publishing some episodes because we recorded them in advance, but we actually haven't met. We haven't seen each other in a while.
Yes, definitely. So a good vacation in between. Like last video, you already saw that I was at the beach, or at least enjoying the sunny Curacao. It was really nice. And getting back, preparing for all the BFCM things right now. Doing a lot of things on the CRO side as well, like trying to boot up a couple of new projects we're starting up. And shifting to more on the CVO side as well, which I might have talked about a little bit before. I'm not sure if we've ever covered it.
I don't think we ever covered CVO on the podcast.
Customer value optimization, but seeing with all the updates coming out, it's becoming much more relevant nowadays. So also back in my head, how do we kind of like pivot this as a company?
That's been on your agenda since what, beginning of the year. Valencia as well was a big pivotal moment in kind of finally validating that shift. If you remember, you came to me and you were like, I figured it out. And I was like, yes, you did. But yeah, that's awesome, man.
And what for you?
Well, BFCM is obviously the big elephant in the room. We onboarded a lot of clients over the last 2 months, and currently we're not taking any more clients. Capacity has been reached finally. And just kind of prepping for the next 3 months. I love BFCM because every year, this is my 5th BFCM, but really my 3rd one doing it properly. And every year I like to bring some of my old ideas into the mix, but also I have so many new ideas. And then when you bring what Klaviyo announced today and all the new features, and we're going to talk about it in a second, it opens my mind to so many opportunities, so many cool things, and I'm super excited. I want this to be the best FCM we've ever done. I think it's going to be slightly more challenging because there's a lot of word on the grapevine that it's not going to be as successful as last year, but this would be the first year, if that's true, although I doubt it, this would be the first year that revenue goes down across this quarter. So that's what I've heard.
There's a lot of, with all the tariffs and everything, a lot of uncertainties, costs going up. Definitely people are more cautious on buying things, but potentially they might be in a better position, like trying to get better deals.
Look at Prime Day, the July Prime Day from Amazon, which I think this is also because Amazon, for some reason, decided to extend it to 4 days, and I think it cut away from that urgency of shopping across just 2 days, which normally increases the shopping intent. But they had they had their worst Prime Day since since they came up with it. It was, the sales were down. Our clients also had like really poor performance on the campaigns that we've done for Prime Day. So that got me a little concerned. This is the first time a Prime Day does not beat the prior one. So I'm thinking, could that be the case for BFCM 2025?
I don't know. We'll see. US versus maybe Europe, there might be some differences there. We're focusing on a lot of European clients as well, some US clients as well, Canada as well, but there might be some differences there as well. Like
could be. Some of the clients that we had that performed quite poorly were mostly UK. US was actually a bit better. But anyway, so K-Boston 2025. We talked about where we've been, what we've been doing. Let's do a little debrief on this year's event. This is my first time at K-Boston. Can you believe it?
Yeah, this
first time ever.
This is my second time at K-Boston. Like the previous one was 2019.
Oh yeah,
that was my first event. Yeah, then you had COVID. Yeah,
it was the whole thing. Yeah,
but that I still remember that one. I actually was meeting up with a couple of people that I met back there. Like that was my.
Love it.
But yeah, definitely. If it looked like this is massive, even compared to K-London, way more people.
Way more people. I think K-London was about 1,500 people. I heard earlier there's about like 2,000, 3,000 here or something. I don't know. Anyway, so we're going to split this in a couple of sections, and we're just going to cover a couple of things that have been announced today. Some of things that have already been announced, they're already in the pipeline, but they've kind of just been made official. So the first thing I want to talk about, the marketing agent and the customer agent.
Yeah. So what they call KAI.
KAI, that's it.
Kai. Yeah. I love that they gave it a name, Kai. So I think that for me, the way they announced this, the way they made it look so easy.
Yeah.
I'm a bit worried a little bit on it, but let's go into what it is first. So on the one hand, you have the marketing agent, which is going to be basically ingesting all your different marketing information, your guidelines, your current website, whatever, and we'll start creating some sort of a content. Yeah, I'm sure. Basically, it creates some basic sets of information on where it can start helping you as a brand to do better marketing. Yeah. Basically.
So obviously you guys, this is currently live in Klaviyo, by the way. So it's live in Klaviyo. Everyone watching this that's managing accounts or has a brand, you can most likely play with it already. But as far as I understand it, it has a few different layers to it. The first layer is that it makes onboarding a lot easier, right? Because you just, as soon as you sign up to Klaviyo, you put the URL of your site, and then there's different things as AB mentioned on the stage. Like there's the research agent, the quality assurance agent, whatever, like that work together, all these agents, to understand your brand. And then after that, you kind of essentially get this sort of breakdown of like your guidelines, logo, whatever. And then once you're happy with it, and you click on looks good, I think he said.
Yeah.
You start getting
really good.
Yeah. I know, great memory. So it's probably because I'm younger.
Yeah. Thank you for that compliment.
You're welcome. So and then
Let's see how you look when you get to my age.
Are you kidding me? People have been meeting me today around here in Boston, like at the event, and like obviously people that have been seeing me on LinkedIn from the US, and they're like, "Oh my goodness, you look so much younger in person." And I'm like, "Thank you very much. That is a compliment."
I know you look old on screen then probably.
Yeah, I need to get a better photographer.
Anyway.
But anyway, so there's different layers to it, right? So you have the campaign builder where it can create content for you automatically. So it creates an email campaign. It learns what content matches your brand, whether that's educational, promotional, whatever. So it can create those emails for you. In my opinion, I'm going to be very harsh and transparent. They look a bit basic, right?
Yes.
They're not incredible email templates, but I think I was talking with one of the engineers at Klaviyo who's been working here for 8 years, just like an hour ago, and I basically asked him, like, you guys build this for brands, right? Like this wasn't built for agencies. The agencies can leverage it, 100% we can leverage it. We'll have to figure out exactly how, but this was built for brands. This was built for their brands to have an easier experience, to get further into the platform faster, right? And that's kind of why I think the templates wouldn't be, they're not the best, but you can still, good enough to kind of get the campaign going. Then they can do the campaign calendar as well. They have the segmentation AI, which I was really curious that he didn't go further into that. Did you see?
All the options in the campaign, like what you include, exclude, potential people that might be unsubscribing. Like there are so many options.
There's some stuff in there that I was surprised he didn't go into, because it was like, right now you have the deliverability thing where it's like it excludes that engage. But what I saw in there is that there's now a feature to add more people that Klaviyo thinks they should also receive this email. I think, and this is what I've been asking forever.
Yeah.
Like there's some competitors out there.
We've been doing that actually.
Us too.
In like creating the segments on the people that we think that most of the time people don't send way too, like they segment too much.
Yeah. Did you hear what AB said on stage today? I love that. I can't believe that. So he said that he realized that marketing isn't just about selling anymore. It's about driving impressions. It's about staying top of mind.
Experience,
And I've been saying that for years. I think this is, like when you look at the 95-5 rule, where it's like only 5% of your audience is in the market to buy. So what do you do with the rest of the 95%? Well, Klaviyo has been focusing for so many years on we should only send to the 5%, engage 30, right?
Yeah.
But no, that's not what you should do. You should try and send to as many people as you can while still protecting deliverability and whatever, all those important metrics, but drive impressions to the people that, because he gave the examples like you don't buy a golf driver every day, but maybe you want to consume some content on golf, right? So this is what most people, I feel, don't get about email. How do you feel about that?
Well, it's really a couple of things. So first, what I said in the beginning, the thing that I'm a bit worried about, that people will see, oh man, we can do this, like click of a button and we're done. Yes, it will get you to from 0 to 60 probably, and it will be average. I think the things that all the recommendations that are coming out for us as agencies are going to really help us to move quicker.
Yeah.
But then also expand on top of that to make it better, and especially brands that have all these brand guidelines. I just had a discussion on that, but I'll park this for now. But the most thing that I'm worried about, that because it looks so easy, people mistake that its marketing is going to be really easy as well. Like, what is going to be our upside? How do we sell our upside? Like, how do we, as agencies, what is our added value? And will this not lower our experience in a way? Even if it's just something that they if it's not true.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it gives some sort of a...
I see your point, but I think this is where, you're talking mostly about agencies here, right?
Yeah, specifically for agencies,
yeah.
But for brands that are starting out, I mean, this might be,
yeah,
from 0 till 60, you'll be able to go quicker.
I think there's two things to consider here. First of all, I think what they built this, and what they want to do is obviously tap more into upper market enterprise, right? Yeah. So they think for upper market and enterprise, this is great, because with upper market and enterprise, it's about doing less for more, right? Because you do one of those campaigns where it creates like 6 blog posts for you and whatever the content that they were showing. But when you have like millions of profiles, that's good enough. You don't need to go above and beyond to create these beautifully done emails that take hours to do. So that's good enough. You drive that touch point.
Yes,
and
I'm a bit worried about, like, I know that there are really strict guidelines, especially also when you go up. But even mid-market, SMB, there are sometimes really strict guidelines. And we were having a discussion on this.
Especially in the Dutch market.
No, but the US as well. I mean,
really?
Yeah, definitely. I think that if they're really focused on branding, sending an email that is generated like it will not pass.
No.
But then for me, it's also okay. But what if those emails are driving more revenue? Are we able to test those two against each other? Like, if
I'm not going to put my hand in fire, but I'm willing to say that it could.
It could. But I mean, text-based emails sometimes.
There you go. I was just going to say that. I was just going to say, don't leave me hanging.
But it becomes like, okay, where's branding going to be in there, and what's the story that we want to tell? So I think branding should, like, you should have a common thread and make sure that everything is connected. But if you're talking about design, yeah.
And it's like, to kind of...
Is it static, or is it something that can be fluid and can evolve? But we'll see.
It's all, like, you have to test it. I think it can, there's situations in which it can perform better, situations in which it might not. It depends what the audience is used to receiving as well. Marketing agent, it's great. It still has a lot of work to do. I remember another thing I wanted to mention. It's not part of the point, but anyway. So the flow optimization as well, I think, that was the point I was trying to make, because you were concerned about agencies. And I think that, the second point was, it's up to us, the agency, to figure out how we position ourselves moving forward.
It was more not concerned for the agents, but the perception of marketing is easy.
Yeah.
You're not there's no value. We still need to show that value, of course.
100%, and this is why we're going to separate 2 buckets here. You have the, speaking with the Scott from, I don't know if I can say his name, anyway, from the partner.
Yes.
And he was saying, there's 2 buckets. There's the 19,555 agencies, or even more, that are like,
sending emails.
We'll send emails for you. We'll create your flows in less than 7 days, or you don't pay. All that sort of shit, right? And people that focus on copy and design, which is like, mate, like, that's not a thing. thing anymore. Like you can build an email agency, and email is also wrong. I think CRM agency just with that. And then the second bucket is the agencies that understand that those things are the things that you do with really low effort using AI. You ride the wave. You use Klaviyo, you use other tools to deliver that content really fast and really easy. But what you really sell is knowledge in customer journey optimization, all of those certain things. That's
driving value.
Driving value, yeah. And then you act as a bit of a, CRM consultant for your client, and that's why they pay you the big bucks.
So I think getting back to what you said, what AB also was saying, basically that it becomes more important to start telling a story, to bring people in. It's not only selling anymore. It's about creating communities. It's about like giving people what they actually want and giving them content that they consume and that they would like to consume, basically. So what I'm hearing a lot is we need to bring back the customers. Like if you're talking about customer journeys, most of the times the company journeys, is agency journeys. The part from the customer, we're not doing so much with it. It's like, okay, I think this worked well with that other project. Like you start thinking about things, but there's no voice of the customer in there most of the time. So I will see like the AI will allow us it will go out and do research, maybe review mining, and like all these things to pull in data points to understand, okay, these are the things that people are saying that they're liking. These are the things that people are saying they're not liking. These are the main reasons. Like how can we become more than just a product and give an experience? Like if you're golfing, for example.
Yep.
Talk about golf, like, hey, maybe ways to improve your driving. I don't golf yet, but there, or maybe other
putting.
things. Yeah, you're putting, or specific things like nice locations to go, and that. I mean,
and I quite like what I'm still yet to, maybe by the time the podcast gets released, I'll figure that out. But did you see what Jamie Dominici, the CMO of Klaviyo, by the way?
That we interviewed.
We're going to have the link below and probably on the screen somewhere. I know you can add tags on the screen on YouTube. And if you're listening on Spotify, just go and check our episode with Jamie and Grant from K London. But she mentioned on stage today that the thing where it's like you send a piece of content and Klaviyo automatically adapts it to the different profile personas.
Yes.
So you have like Alex, who's adventurous. You have Alexa, who's a bit, like into whatever, crazy stories. I don't know. So, and then it adapts the content to each person. So like with golfing, maybe you have someone who golfs occasionally. So, maybe you want to send them content for that. Maybe you have someone that's really into golfing and they go to all of these competitions and they travel out. So maybe they need travel golfing kits and stuff. So that is the future. Like if Klaviyo really released that, it will be incredible.
Definitely. Yeah, connect and create customer journeys that are specific. And I actually was just telling Scott this, to really understand what are the main motivations of people, why are they buying your product, why are they buying from you. And there might be a couple like main reasons, but then you can start like with the customer value optimization. That's actually what we're doing, trying to be not generic, but tailor to those specific customers, to their needs.
Yeah.
Because if you're trying to lose weight, or that's the story that I mostly use, if you're buying protein powders, whatever, there might be multiple reasons why you're doing that. And if I'm talking about like gaining muscle, and if you're trying to be healthy or something, it just doesn't resonate.
No, and this is where, the broad approach won't work forever, where I've been talking about broad segmentation forever, where it's like basically just send to more people and find content that resonates to everyone. But I don't think, especially as you're talking about more enterprise upper market, that won't cut it anymore. Like you need to talk to different customers in different ways.
But doing that manually is a lot of work.
So this is where Klaviyo comes in with Kai, and hopefully we can bridge that gap with AI.
And the second thing on the automation side, on the flow side of things, I really love that, they're starting to give recommendations like timing, like even best send times. Like it starts learning from when people would like to consume your content, what channels they want to consume your content on. So giving suggestions to optimize.
The smart send time as well, it's a fraction of what it could be, because it's not AI yet. It's just they're testing different times and they're seeing what times people open.
But in automation there was like, I'm not sure.
Saw that, yeah, but I haven't yet played with it. So I'm like, if that's what really, like when I think about smart send time using AI, it's basically using the data to see this person most of the time checks emails in the morning, so we're going to send the email in the morning.
Or are on the website, or are like, there are multiple touch points that are coming inside.
So that's where AI can use all of these to combine the different metrics, like whether it's been on the site, on having the data of like when they're most.
You know what? We'll figure this out to see what's actually is running in behind.
Like, obviously, like we literally just jumped on stage like 1 hour, 2 hours after the keynote, so we haven't actually played with a lot of the features announced today. But anyway, so
we'll have an update on this.
We'll definitely have an update on this.
Maybe we can ask one of the product teams to come on the podcast and explain some of these features.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, we have Grant, which is product service. We just need someone on the product marketing.
Yeah, true.
All right, we'll make that happen. You're the Klaviyo legend, so I'm kind of counting on you on that one. So
we'll make it happen, don't worry.
So the marketing agent, the customer agent, that's been announced. Definitely check it out. It's awesome, and I think it unlocks a lot of opportunities for brands, agencies, freelancers, whatever. I think the next thing, that obviously it was announced already, but now it's live in the platform for everyone, is the omni-channel feature, which is awesome.
Yes.
And WhatsApp. Is Gatsby live as well for most
Not
people?
yet. They have some. It's coming.
Yeah. So let's take them in order. Like very quickly, we're gonna wrap up because there's a panel here coming after us. And omnichannel, the ability to imagine this. Imagine you have a pre-Black Friday campaign which runs from the 15th of November to the 21st of November. Obviously, normally you just start lining up the campaigns. You schedule each one. You schedule each SMS campaign. You schedule each WhatsApp, whatever. You don't have to do that anymore. You have one big canvas, you add everything in one campaign, you name it, pre-Black Friday 2025, you launch it, and then it just starts running like a flow, basically.
Yeah, the way they've set it up is pretty cool. Actually, they really define what a campaign is.
Yeah.
For me, it's like, oh yeah, wait.
That is a campaign.
Yeah, a campaign is one email or one SMS.
One email is just they used to be called broadcasts, right, back in the day. So it's a broadcast. It's just one email. A campaign is what they've just launched. The omni-channel is what a campaign should be.
All the features on that, like what channels people are most likely
channel affinity.
Like what are they most likely to basically convert on? What resonates best? What's the best click open rates? Like they are bringing that in.
We knew about channel affinity from K London, but we haven't actually talked about it on the podcast. So very quickly, channel affinity also live now in Klaviyo. That allows you to use a conditional split, which then asks Klaviyo which channel is this person most likely to engage on.
Yeah.
Is it SMS, email, or WhatsApp? And then they send that channel first. Now there's a few different things for here. Like obviously you have higher conversion. You can do like a bit of billing optimization because you don't have to waste SMS credits. Someone is more likely to buy on email, and it's just cool. It's just the future.
I think it's a really cool feature because this allows you to zoom out and like, okay, what did we do for Black Friday, Cyber Monday? Even if you're doing a product drop, the product drop, the pre-launch, like the whole sequence, and then you can start comparing how all these sequences from product drops are we improving things. So.
And then the other thing that goes with omnichannel quite well is their new attribution feature, which now you can take a campaign from the omnichannel and then you can change the attribution. You can see last click attribution, which channel did best, but then you can also do what's it called, like the linear attribution. So it distributes the attribution across all of them. So I think that's brilliant. So the last thing was a WhatsApp.
Yes.
Go use it. If you sell to European markets, Germany, UK, Italy,
the
Netherlands, you must get on WhatsApp. It is now in Klaviyo, fully functioning. It's not in beta anymore, which means it's a lot easier to actually set it up. God, it was difficult when it was in beta. And it's like 8 pages of Notion, like setting it out.
I think the most important thing for this, and I'm gonna plug the meetup. If you're in the Netherlands, if you're traveling, we have a meetup that's specifically going on BFCM, omnichannel, and WhatsApp. And omnichannel, the functionality for Klaviyo, but I'm also broadening it up, like how do you maximize all your channels? Because I think omnichannel, Klaviyo is one part, but there's also a part outside, especially if you're also, have physical stores and stuff like that. So how do you maximize all these things? If you can make it, we have them on a monthly basis. So feel free to log in or to claim a ticket and join in.
If you're on Spotify, make sure you go to the description of the episode. Click on the link there. Register for the meetup. And might I just add, the highest rated meetup out of all of the meetups that have been organized globally by Klaviyo, right?
Yes.
At least it used to be when I.
No, still.
It was when I was joining. After that, kind of dropped.
The meetups that we are organizing in the Netherlands still are the top-rated ones.
Top-rated ones,
so
amazing.
I want to keep it that way.
When am I going to be invited next?
Are you coming the 16th?
I'm not. I'm going to be away. Maybe the following one.
All right. We'll do that.
So we talked about the marketing agent. We talked about actually we didn't talk about customer agent, but
customer like a help desk, automated help desk.
Yeah.
Looks at all your knowledge bases, answers questions, allows people to find products. There are some really cool things that they actually do to protect, like, hey, the example that they gave, like these strange conditions that might appear when they do a handover.
Yeah, like for example, if someone wants a price reduction, right?
Yeah.
That was it for today. Thank you so much for tuning in. We really, really appreciate you. This was another episode of Klaviyo Geeks. We'll see you in the next one. If you are on Spotify, make sure you just click back, go back to our Klaviyo Geeks page, go to the top, click on the 5 stars and give us 5 stars. It really helps us a lot. To move in the rankings for other people to see it. And if you're on YouTube, scroll down, subscribe to our channel. Over 60% of our audience is not subscribed, Omar. Can you believe that?
That's something. Let's make a change to that. If you have questions, drop us a line somewhere. Send us an email. Drop us a line on LinkedIn, whatever. We would like to hear from you, like what are the most or the biggest troubles or things you're coming against, things that are top of mind that you would really like some help on. We'd love to help you.
You know why they should do that?
Why?
Because we're the Klaviyo Geeks, that's why.
Oh, that's true.
See you in the next one.